All right, roles, there are none. Have fun, be yourself. All right, introduce myself. I'm Louie Petrone. I'm in a hip hop group called Abstract Theory. I'm also a creative. So I do comedy, writing a TV show. Yeah, that's pretty much me. Yeah, I do anything creative. I used to be a chemical engineer. I didn't like working at a desk all day. So I stopped doing that to pursue creative passions. I think it's more important. It's kind of what moves culture forward. Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how authentically are you expressing yourself these days in music and life? I think about an 8 or a 9, just because like I still have like a day-to-day job. Yeah, if I didn't have that day-to-day job, it would be 100% creative. But you kind of have to like make money before you can make money. Yeah. So yeah, an 8 or a 9, just because like I have to do other stuff to make ends meet, you know? Yeah. Is it easier for you to express yourself through music than through words, and why? Yes, and we kind of touched on that before the podcast. Um, it was the only way that I could actually express myself for a while, because I didn't get taught to go to like therapy or communicate properly, and I think that's like a problem with America. Maybe other countries. I don't live there, so I don't really know. But yeah, for a while it was just straight music, and that's the only way I could actually dive deep into myself. Because I had like a bunch of trauma at like beginning of life, like 2 to like 6 or 7, and it made it so I was very soft spoken. I'm still soft spoken now and trying to like get over that. But it was hard for me to like make friends or anything like that, because I was really shy and like didn't want anything like that to happen again. So I think like the brain has ways to like block out stuff and try to like help you from any other like instances like that. So yeah, you kind of have to unlearn a lot in a sense to be able to like start expressing yourself properly. I used to get like a little bit jealous of people that were like outgoing and could make friends easily, just because of like those instances, you know? It's really, it's been like a hard hurdle to go over, but expressing myself through music and like getting on stage, it's made me able to like, not like have a alternative like personality or ego or whatever it is, but it's just made me be able to have like an aspect of myself where I can come out of my shell and not really care what anybody else thinks. Yeah. Is it easy for you to express yourself on stage? Yeah, it is. I think a lot of people make music or comedy or whatever entertainment on stage for other people, and I'm of the mind that you should do it for yourself. I mean, music growing up was the only thing that I can connect with fully, and I think that was like my first coping mechanism, and it like made me feel better, and I was able to connect with all these lyrics or entertainment, whatever, like film or whatever, and start finding out aspects of myself like that make me me. And that's like my only goal with music. Money would be cool, but like it's not everything. I want to actually be able to like help people and help them have that avenue of release, you know what I'm saying? So me expressing myself on stage is easy because that goal is not self-centered, I guess, yeah. The first time that I was like, okay, yeah, this is working, 2 years ago, like I play Millville Music Festival. Have you been? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was raining 2 years ago, and I was on the main stage headlining at Mr. Small's that night, and it was pouring rain. So I knew like a lot of people weren't gonna make it out as much as there usually is. So I went with little cards, and I had a bunch of different cartoons on them, and then on the back it said, I'm performing at this place at this time. This is the band name. And then I walked up to outside one of the bars, and there was a lady with her kids, and they were setting up a tent outside the bar, and I was like, hey, I'm doing this, and I'm this person, yada, yada, yada. And they're like, oh, all of us listen to you all the time, even like the kids and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I'm finally like moving forward, you know? It's a big impact on me that like, that's why I swear sometimes in my music, but I don't swear a bunch because I want more than just one generation to kind of be able to listen to it, you know? Same thing with, what's his name, Connor Price. He doesn't really swear at all because he has like kids and stuff like that. And I think it's more accessible, you know? Doesn't have people as off-putting. Now my comedy though, I do swear a lot. That's kind of like my other release, you know? Yeah. It's like two different avenues, you know? Yeah. Have you read the book A Brave New World by Aldous Huxley? It's really good. Essentially, everybody in that dystopian future, what have you, is taking this pill called Soma. And anytime they feel an emotion, other than happy, they take the pill so that's just happy. So it's like kind of like you're living your life under a fog or just like blinded by everything around you. And I feel like that's what social media does to people. So if I can make somebody feel anything other than, I mean, I want people to feel happy, but like anything other than just like the facade or like a fog, you know? I think that's important because people, like I said, aren't getting in touch with the other emotions as much, you know? I think that's a lot of like what I watch in film because I really like film. I like to be a filmmaker eventually. I think I don't know, like a lot of films that I like, they dive deep into like an emotional aspect of a character. You're not gonna like the film if you don't relate to the characters at all. Like that's why a lot of films have an anti-hero. Like you're like, oh, this person sucks, but there is a quality of them that like kind of releases all that for you, you know? And if you're not in touch with the characters, you're not gonna watch that movie again or the series or whatever. So that's kind of like what I want to do with that is it relatable and how can I help you through that? You know? Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about writing. You know? Yeah, next one. If your wildest dreams had already come true, what would your future self tell you to stop holding back? That's a interesting one. All right, so I like dancing, but I can't dance. So it's like I think there's like an aspect of myself that's like, oh, people are watching. So they would tell me to like stop holding back, worrying about people watching, kind of thing. You know, just be yourself, kind of thing. Yeah, dance on stage more, or just like don't worry about what anybody else is thinking. Especially like with the access that we have to like the whole world. Back in like I don't know, like hunter-gatherer times, you only had like 100 people around you, and now we have access to billions. So there's always going to be people that don't like what you say, so you just like kind of let it fall off your shoulders. I am a empathetic person, so if like somebody says something negative, you're just like, that's the only thing you think about for a little bit, you know? But a million people can say like, yeah, that's awesome. There's that one comment, you know? A lot of my favorite comedians say you just don't read the comments or anything like that. Because that's what like you start thinking about more. And it's just like kind of changing the way you process information, you know? So yeah, that also, the way you process information. All right. Any final thoughts? I would say I like to use this, is it an analogy? I don't know. I like get tripped up on words sometimes, which is ironic because that's all I do. But there's, I guess it would be comparison. The way we consume anything, whether it's clothes, food, music, any kind of content, the world around us, we do it very much so through instant gratification. And I like to compare it to fast food and health food. So fast food, it's instant gratification, but it doesn't really leave you with much, and then you're hungry again. So it's don't consume, just like be mindful the way you take in things around you and treat it like health food, you know? That like lettuce or that tomato is gonna do wonders for you rather than like a burger from McDonald's, you know? Yeah. Be health food mindful in a sense.
Thank you, Louie.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. And listen to Abstract Theory on all platforms or your favorite one. And yeah, I like to make music for multiple genres. A lot of people hate when they're like, you sold out. No, I like to make it so I'm very versatile, a well-rounded human being. So there's something in there for somebody.